Hi everybody, today's video is another negative thing that was mentioned about the VFR 1200 on its launch, and that was its tank capacity and fuel range. So I'm just going to have a chat about that today. So for a bike of this nature, it was launched with an 18.5 litre fuel tank, which is quite small. Obviously it's very small compared to its predecessor the Blackbird. Not too bad when compared to the Hayabusa, I think at 20, K1300 at about 19. But the ZZR 14, well, I think that's up at about 22, 23 also. And certainly compared to the big Tourers, of course, it's well down on that, but it wasn't meant to be a big Tourer, was it? And then in 2012, they gave us an extra half a litre on it, to bring it up to 19 litres. About 5 mile really. Not a great deal, is it? I'm wondering if they just made the fuel light come on 5 miles later, because I don't really know how they did increase the tank. I can't find anything about that. So just some thoughts on why the fuel tank was quite small. I mean, if you look at the overall styling of the bike, these side panels play a big role in the look of the bike, to give it that sit-in look. And I think that angle there gives you that sit-in look that they were looking for. And I guess if they'd have made this all fuel tank, you know, as opposed to a panel, because basically the fuel tank is just that centre section, you would have a substantially bigger fuel tank. But for whatever reason, they stuck with it, and that's where it is. So what effect does that have in everyday running? Well, not a lot to me really at the moment when I'm not touring so much. There's the trip B showing, that's total mileage, sorry, no, not trip B. Trip B showing 2,543 miles, which is a decent range, and there's a little bit of touring to Scotland in there. And as you can see, I've averaged 10 miles per litre. So on a 19 litre fuel tank, 190, 18.5, 185, which isn't too bad when you consider the fuel light starts flashing with 30 miles to go. So it's a decent 150, 160 miles, and let's be honest, not many of us travel that long without a stop, do we? Obviously, when you're blasting down the autobahns chasing a ferry, you may cover 100, 150 miles quite quickly. You know, but I'll do that, you know, 1-2 weeks of the year. So for me personally, I don't mind the size of the fuel tank at all. On a normal ride out basis, I don't know, I perhaps do between 80, 120, 30 miles on an average Saturday morning or Thursday night, with the odd sort of run over to the lakes or the West Coast Morecambe, something like that, where we might rack up a couple of 100 miles. You know, it could still be done with one stop, but you don't, do you? You tend to stop to either the rider that's most uncomfortable or the rider with the lowest fuel tank capacity for a fill-up. So, as I say, I've never really found it too big a problem. But having said all that, do I think the VFR should have come with a larger fuel tank? Yes, I think it probably should have done, bearing in mind the 500, the 800 is 20 litres. Do I find it a problem though in everyday life and the small tour that I've done up to now? Not at all. So for me, fuel tank, not a big deal at all. Thanks for watching.